Hello world of YouTube, and welcome to the first Carversation of 2021, and sort of a track review in the same time, because I'm going to be talking about Weezer, a band that you either follow because you're hoping that their very inconsistent batting average sort of swings back on the up and up. You're a stan, which I don't know how you can stand Weezer nowadays, or you don't like them, and you either used to or you've always hated them. But they're seemingly shaping up to have a pretty bold year this year. Before I get into my thoughts on Weezer and their sort of tentative year, as it were, I figured I'd talk about the new song that they dropped called All My Favorite Songs. That's off of this upcoming surprise record, OK Human. Nothing to do with Van Weezer. And it shows sonically. It's not as flashy guitar-wise. In fact, it's more about gravitas and a tone in a completely different sense. But I dig the tone of the track. I actually like the song a decent amount. I dig the strings. I dig the emotional, point they're trying to drive home, in the seeming point that you could face mentally with having a lot of your songs being favorite songs, being sad songs. That's that. I can relate to that, especially if they're trying to go for an OKC vibe with this OK Human. I kind of get being a sad dude and sort of finding the catharsis within that. So I dig that aspect of it. I think the production on it is pretty nice as well. It's not as gaudy or as poorly composed as it was in some of the lows of the Black Album or the Pacific Daydream. And I feel like it could set a good stage for what this new record's going to sound like, which is completely different from Van Weezer. It almost feels like a sort of reaction more to the year that Weezer had in 2020 that wasn't the year that they had originally shaped up to have. Because Van Weezer was supposed to be like this big, buoyant thing, and it's still happening apparently, because after they announced this new record, OK Human, they were like, well, and Van Weezer is also still happening for those that are still wanting that playful guitar stuff. And I think it'll create this interesting release schedule, or interesting year for Weezer in general. And while I like that, even though I'm still not down with Weezer dropping multiple releases in a year, given they've already also done consecutive year stuff and it rarely pans out all that well, I'm more hopeful than I am hesitant, because at least OK Human and Van Weezer are seemingly shaping up to be two different styles. They're at least trying to put out two different vibes, and I think that it'll create this weird sort of discourse with the releases, because they'll start the year with these sad, grand tunes, conceptually, seemingly, given the title is called OK Human. The song, the main lead single is about being into your favorite songs, being sad songs. Obviously, people probably have drawn the parallel to OK Computer. I know I'm not the only one. I've seen people on the internet go like, well, is it going to be Radiohead-ish? Is it going to be like a dadified Radiohead tribute? And I don't know how well Weezer could pull that off, but I'm curious, as a fan of Radiohead, what the fuck Weezer's going to make that sound like. I do think they're selling Van Weezer better if we're going to compare the lead singles. I feel like the lead single from Van Weezer definitely had that shreddery that felt like a tribute to Van Halen, and this just more feels like sad dude tunes, not quite to the same capacity that like Radiohead are capable of. I'm probably going to listen to both. I know I'm going to listen to both, but I'm probably going to be covering, in fact, I know I'm going to be covering OK Human on January's update, just because I haven't really listened to much new music that's come out this year. I haven't really seen a whole lot drop that's really immediately piqued my interest, but I'm still, I don't know how well it's going to come across. I'm sure it'll be a little tonally jarring, jumping from this to this. I don't know how to play in a live setting, if this OK Human just feels like a sort of intimate patch of tracks made throughout 2020, or are they meant to be live staples in the same way that this Van Weezer project could be. I don't know. All I know is I still don't know if they're both going to culminate to anything great, because consecutive Weezer releases never go over well holistically. The Black Album had some weak spots. I didn't like Pacific Daydream as a whole. It's why I redacted the two together. You know, I don't think I could do that with this OK Human and Van Weezer project, but it feels less like a bad omen given both albums are going for different sounds. But I still don't know if I vibe with them dropping 2 records in a year. I could have easily seen them do this Van Weezer thing, even drop it early this year, because I feel like it should be done, right? And then do OK Human either next year or the year after. Just space it out, man. You guys know I'm a big fan of artists sort of taking their time, letting a release breathe. You know, that's why even though I've dropped the Summer of 16s thing and that MF Doom track, I haven't really teased anything else new music-wise other than I'm working on shit. Because I don't want to clog the music space with a lot of me. I'm letting my releases time to breathe. I'm going to be filming music videos for the mixtape this year. So, like, I have ideas. I'm letting them grow. I'm not just churning them out for the sake of churning them out, you know? And that's my biggest takeaway from this, is while I like the prospect of Weezer putting out, like, 2 different creative ideas, I don't think they should be done in the same year. You know what I mean? I feel like they should let one breathe, let the other one breathe. Just let everything breathe, man. Let everything flourish in its own way. Give things time to sit with people before you just drop another release ad nauseum. You know? I've said this before, but in the case of Weezer, it's a little different than other things I've talked about recently because it's these 2 different genre things. That's kind of ultimately the point I'm trying to get across. What do you think of this? What do you think of Weezer doing these 2 different creative ventures? Are you excited for these records? Did you like the new Weezer song? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to get out of here, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this Carversation for all of its sort of jumbled nature, be sure to give it a like. I'm sorry about the editing on this video. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit messy. If you want to see more of my music, gaming, and general notary content, be sure to subscribe. Special thanks to my patrons if you want to join the ranks to get early access to content, exclusive content, or to help drive the community. It's linked in the description. I have been Viral Rack. You guys have good days, lives, situations, and I'll see you another day.